Hi dear, YourScentBae here. 2023 is over, obviously, so I would like to dedicate some time to appreciation of the fragrances that were most complimented by everyone around in past year. And I'm talking about getting compliments not only from my boyfriend or my friends, but also from my colleagues, from my boss, and sometimes even from strangers. So this is my top complimented fragrances past year. And if you think that I will show you Delina and I will say that it's one of the most complimented fragrances from this year, as many other bloggers mention, it's not the case. If we're talking about Parfums de Marly, Valaya was my star, and she stole that show for 100%. This fragrance will open up with a fresh, very juicy, citrusy burst of bergamot and mandarin and some white peach. And then comes the fluffiness and very strong ambroxany, airy feel that fulfills the entire room. My colleague was chasing me after I went into the room. 10 minutes later, she came to me and said like, "What is this? What are you wearing? Because it's so good. Why it's so damn good, and how is this possible that it's so strong? I never smelled such a strong fragrances." She was totally stunned by it, and this for real leaves the very intoxicating, very long, fulfilling tail. And for sure it's really monster fragrance. It looks like an angel, it might smell like an angel at first, but it stays so freaking long on the clothes, on the skin. Just one spray, you're good, because it's really strong one. It's not so easy as it might look. And I wasn't thinking about this fragrance in this context as a monster, as a longevity projection and sillage monsters, because it doesn't look so. And it's so wrong to think that this one will be like a calm, brighter, very cocooning scent that you might represent for your daily, all running errands, like walking around doing your things. No, even now with a super cold weather, we have some minus outside, it projects like crazy and it's super intoxicating. I definitely feel a lot of muskiness in this cold weather. In the warmer weather it becomes more lighter and softer, but in the colder it stays very loud. It stays a long time on your clothes, minimum like 2 days it will be there, with a really strong projection. And this one, it's totally a compliment getter, especially from the women's side. Everyone would like to know, what are you wearing? But of course, if you want to get a compliment for your beloved one, you can totally go for this one, Devotion by Dolce Gabbana. It's the newest release from the brand, a new baby in my perfume wardrobe. I fell in love from the very first sniff because of the orange blossom in it, because of the feeling that it's alike to Lyra or the Bake. It's definitely like a citrus cake, but this citrus cake is soaked with some syrup and the sugar crust on it. I definitely get in this feeling. It's super delicious, super gourmand. It's on the different level from other designer fragrances so far. I totally feel that it's something different. And look at this. I wore so much of this fragrance, but that is actually not that massive. All through, I will mention that it's more intimate projection. It's more like your intimate circle. But when my boyfriend smelled this fragrance on me, he could not resist. He was smelling my neck, and he was literally like trying to bite me without biting me, if you know what I mean. He said nothing about how I smell, but I read everything in his behavior and in his willing to smell me again and again and again. And of course, it's very pleasant scent for this colder weather, and it's pleasant scent for yourself if you just want to smell like a very delicious snack. But if you are not that much a gourmand lover, you definitely should go for Carner Barcelona from Bobo. This one was my most complimented fragrance in summer specifically, because to me it smells like a burst of laundry detergent, so classic, like a cotton vibe, but a very fresh, very crisp, along with the citruses and some blackcurrant. So it's a little bit fruity, just tiny bit, but mostly it's so fresh, cold, crisp, refreshing. It's perfect for summer, and every time I spray it, my boyfriend going crazy. He says like, it's so good, what is this? Like every time same reaction. And of course it's just a pleasant feeling for summer, or for the occasions when you just want to feel fresh, yet not like a musky fresh, plain fresh. You want something extra, because this is definitely extra. Super sharp, super crisp, super cold freshness. Perfect. Other one that my boyfriend totally loved, it was Erba Gold from Xerjoff. It's recently released for everyone, but I think it was already available in Harris, if I'm not wrong. So maybe many of you already smelled it before. I got it just couple months ago when it was released. And it's very fruity. It's way more fruitier than original Erba Pura, which I don't really like. It's like a fruit ball from the mixed exotic fruits with some freshness and some vanilla, and I definitely like it. To be honest, it smells a little bit like a fruit, like a mixed fruit shower gel, but actually, like, you cannot find such a great shower gel. Maybe for this price you can, but let's be honest, they always smell synthetic and they always smell cheap. This doesn't smell cheap at all. Of course, we have similar DNA with Erba Pura. You're gonna feel this muskiness, you're gonna feel this green fresh undertone, but it's not so sharp, it's not so screechy as Erba Pura is. You might be familiar with this scent profile. You smelled it definitely somehow in your life, because many people had that one. This one I find way better, and I like it a lot, and my boyfriend just love it as well. And he's like, what is this, what is this? He always asks me what it is. He never memorized the fragrance name, but it's really good, it's really delicious, and it stays on your clothes, it stays on your skin. You can be safe that you're gonna smell good the entire day. Why not? However, we are not in summer yet, not even close, the winter just started, so I would prefer to go for 100 Silent Ways from Nishane. Of course, it was super hyped, and some people are disappointed with this fragrance, some are charmed. For me, it was absolute hit from the very first sniff. I wore already quite some from this fragrance. Absolutely love it. It opens up more floral as it describes according to the notes, but what I feel about this fragrance is infinite creaminess, it's infinite praline vibe. It's super sweet, super like gourmand, but not there yet. And of course I love it. I love how it smells. I find it very feminine, but I know that many guys are using this fragrance for themselves as well. You just need to be a sweet perfumes lovers. And oh yeah, definitely to me it's a praline. Like, I don't know what to say more about this one, but I feel a lot of creaminess, I feel a lot of texture. Maybe it's like a nougat I don't feel any chocolatey touch in it, but the entire vibe, totally. Of course, first couple minutes when it still dries down, you're gonna feel those florals that are mentioned in the notes, but then totally some sweet, some cozy, very loud, projecting, very adorable fragrance. Like you gonna be mentioned by people gonna chase you, people gonna sniff you, people gonna know that you are here. Only 2 sprays last me the entire day, unlike, by the way, Ani. Totally love it. Will never give up on this fragrance, it's for sure. Another one on which my boss complimented me at work was the Intense Cafe from Montale. I have now only the empty bottle of this one. It's totally finished, and this is beautiful combination of the rose and milk and vanilla and coffee. So I definitely feel this cappuccino with some rose petals on it. All through in the warmer weather, the rose is more prominent than other notes. In the colder, you definitely gonna smell this very tasty creamy cappuccino, and after the time it goes even more vanillic, more cappuccino like. The notes of the rose and coffee faint a little bit more, but in a colder time it's super cozy, super loud, oriental for sure, Montale significant musk inside, and of course it leaves intoxicating trail. My boss literally felt this fragrance when I was very far away from that place where he smelled this scent, and he asked like, what are you wearing? Like, this is very strong one, and I had only just 2 sprays of it or something, and I like said, oh, I'm sorry. And he said, no, it's really good, it smells really good. He couldn't describe it, of course, but normally he's only wears very fresh basic scents from like completely basic brands, designers, and when he smelled it he said like it's one of the best fragrances he ever smelled. And of course it suited the place because it has a coffee note, and you know, the places like offices, we drink so much coffee there. At least we used to drink where I worked before. I work in another place, I already told you where, but this is very beautiful. I still love it. I'm gonna repurchase this one for the next season for sure. That will start my autumn. And the last one is not even the fragrance, but the body mist from Bath and Body Works. It's pumpkin pecan waffles. Delicious, like direct gourmand. There's no other words to describe this fragrance, only the nose that stays here. It's literally super saturated, super sweet, intoxicating fragrance. Smells absolutely direct, very strong, like a very saturated with sugar pecan waffles. So you gonna feel definitely the nuttiness in it. You feel the lots of sugar and a tiny bit of pumpkin. It's exactly like pumpkin spice latte effect, but with even more additional syrup in it. And when I'm wearing this body mist, my boyfriend literally wants to eat me, telling you. So it's very delicious. Of course you need to like super sweet scents, but it's very realistic. It's one of the best the Bath and Body Works scents I tried so far, and I went crazy a couple months ago and I bought lots of those fragrances, of those scents. By the way, if you want a review, write me down in the comments. I'm gonna do this totally, because I felt in love in this brand. I was dreaming to try it out, and when I saw this online, I grabbed it like in a second. And I have a room spray with this, a room scent, I mean, and I have the huge bottle of this, and it has ugly sticker in it, but look, like, I don't know if you can see, but I use it a lot. I really like this. Of course, it doesn't last, but come on, it's really good. It's really good. So thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you in my next video. Have a great day.